briefly share the agenda for today. So what we have in our minds is that we want to do some reflections on how it was and what did you keep from the meeting, what is still in your mind, and then we want to spend some time on planning plans for next year, what plans you have mostly, because what plans we have, we already had opportunity to tell you. So I think those 2 hours will be mostly yours. You will have some time to talk or to tell us in chat, and we can interact. And to start with the reflection, I am just reminding for those perhaps who did not join us for every day, I'm reminding what we have seen this week. So on Monday, we've been discussing in the breakout rooms and on different topics such as student research opportunities, funding, air quality, and 3 more. And we had some update on the GLOBE program developments by Tony. We also discussed about the trainers and the certification process and the mentor trainers. Then on Tuesday, together with a bigger audience, we had the opening. We saw the beautiful video of GLOBE Agents of Change about the small boy who is very intrigued by the mosquito research. And we had also the session GLOBE Benefits the Environment with Alison, with Michal Broža, and with students, and with lovely discussions. On Wednesday, we had the Growing Up with GLOBE, where we could listen to teachers and students from small ones to the older ones, and also alumni. And then we had the discussions on collaborations with organizations out of GLOBE, with scientists, and international collaboration of schools. And yesterday we had the GLOBE students that I think most of you witnessed that energy. It was wonderful. Then we had David telling us some more plans on the GLOBE technology, our website, apps, and some dashboards that you have for your administration. And yeah, I think that was it. So I hope that you had a chance to rewind in your mind. And now I'm coming with a task for you. You will need a paper like this. It's difficult to see it, but it is a paper and some marker, which can be seen on the paper, some thicker marker. So please get it ready. And this paper will be used to answer to 2 questions that I will give you. But before we and please, first you will have, if I ask a question, just take some time, let's say 10-20 seconds for yourself to think about it and to write the answer on the paper. And only after we give you a signal, you will show us your answer on the camera, like this, for example. So, and I'm just checking if
just one comment, Bara. I think people like me who have a background should switch off the virtual background. Otherwise, it won't be.
Yeah, you can try it. You can try it. I tried it. I also have the background, and it's okay if you hold it still. It's okay. Now it disappeared, right? So, or if I keep it close to my chin, then it works. But it's up to you. You can do it, but we are not forcing anybody to do anything that you don't feel comfortable with. So, and what I forgot to say, the best thing is if you have the paper, you can fold it horizontally so that then you have like you can display it in a nice way. Yeah. So ready? Are we ready for the first question? And yeah, so my first question is, what word or what words, like 2-3 words maximum, not more, can express the best? What was your experience, or how did you feel during this week's sessions? Once again, what words can express the best what you experienced, or how did you feel during this week's sessions? You can write it down. The question is in the chat. If it happened that you missed it, I will also go out of the virtual background so that, yeah. Just make the answer short.
2 words, yeah?
Yeah, 1 to 3 words, I think it's enough.
Also, is egal. Good.
Okay, are we ready? Okay. And please, if you can show your answer, your reply to everybody. And hold on, because Lenka will take a print screen. Yeah, you can try to move it forward, backward, and to see if it's visible or not. Yeah, some cameras have problem to focus.
I only see my paper and not yours.
I don't see Eileen anymore.
Yeah.
Sandro?
Yes.
Yes, I think everyone.
Hold on. It
Yeah.
looks very nice.
So 3, 2. Sandro, please, can you do it once more? We need to wait for everyone. Anastasios, Maria Pia, can you show? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's okay.
We don't have everyone, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We just thought that a little bit of interactivity will be nice to do with you. So now you already know how to reply. So I will just say the question number 2. And again, you can take some time to reflect. And then once we say, you can show it to everybody. So what specific caught your attention, or who inspired you the most? This can be a presentation, a video, a name of a person, name of a session, or some comment that you heard in the discussion. So anything that sticks to you even after the meeting, and something specific. What specific caught your attention, or who inspired you the most? I think some are still writing, so let's give it 10 more seconds. Okay, so shall we go?
So it will be like a 3, 2, 1 smile, but 3, 2, 1 show.
Okay, 3,
So
2,
3,
1
2,
show.
1 show. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, someone has a long message going on the like a movie. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Nice to see so many. And obviously, I'm aware that while you were writing or showing your own, you had no chance to see the others.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
So now we have some time to elaborate on both the questions, 1 or 2. What you want to reflect, what you want to see. If you want to say it in more than 3 words, we can now talk for some time. As much as you want to share or reflect, please feel free to start. Someone needs more space to express anything that you wrote down.
Can I start?
Okay, Sandro, and I think then Anastasios also wanted to.
Sorry, no. Anastasia.
Okay. Well, it was very nice meeting, though it was very difficult for me to attend for the whole day, all the sessions. I tried to do it, I tried to do the very best of myself. I found the student projects extremely interesting. All of the projects were interesting, though last year was a very, very difficult year to implement different projects through to the pandemic. We had a big problem in Cyprus with the pandemic. We had our schools closed for several months. So together with schools, the whole globe project was standing still there till the next year. I hope that this coming year will be a much more better year with more student projects and of course people that are interested in globe to attend our meetings. I am talking about my country meetings, and to get through along this year in a much better way than it was last year. And I would like to ask Sandro to send us down here a bit of Italian rain because we do not have rain in Cyprus at all. Last year was a horrible year, and when I heard you talking about disasters and a lot of rain falling, I was envy of you. Really, I was envy. And please send us some rain down here if you can. I know that you can't. We need it. We needed to do more projects, and we need to have resources, because Cyprus is not just a place for tourism, it's a place that a lot of people are dealing with agriculture. We cannot continue with that without rain. It would be also a fine project to study rain instability in different countries through Mediterranean. So if somebody of you is willing to and wants to be dealing with such a project, we would like to get through with it following years. Okay, that's
Thank you. Thank you, Anastasios. Okay, so that was a reflection on your, let's say, COVID year with Globe,
Like COVID year, yes, yes.
and also some plan or some idea for future, perhaps based on what climate changes you are facing in Cyprus. So yeah, we can perhaps talk more about that in the next hour when we are more focused on planning. But now let's go back to the reflections. Anyone wants to elaborate on what you wrote? So, okay, Sandro, you wanted to talk.
Yeah. What really impressed me in this meeting was the importance of the socials as mean to bring science for environment to the community. Because a lot of projects, very nice project, brought their researchers to the community. And I think it's a circle, a perfect circle. And the social is a part that we, as Globe Italy, we discussed a lot with Maria Pia, Graziella, Lorella, and so on. It's a part that we have to improve because we work so much on a science basis. We organize big meetings, but not in the way that you use the social. We have to improve, and we are learning about it. So I think that it was really a sector that impressed me because it's a trend that is growing and growing. And I think that I hope that the end will not be TikTok. Otherwise, it was terrible. But I think that we really have to improve because is a mean very used to reach students, families, people, and so on.
Yeah, thank you for the reflection. And I think next we have Diana, then Paul, and then Zoran.
Sorry, I had to find the icon, unmute. Took some time. Well, what I wanted to say that this whole meeting was really very dynamic, and there was really no time to get bored that something was too much or too long. It nicely flowed, and it was all very, very well put together. So your topics that you picked and questions for discussion was really very important and meaningful, and I liked really all discussions, and everybody who participated brought something really interesting and important and good experiences to share. And it was really difficult at this first activity to pick something special. It was all really very, very good. And that's why I really want to congratulate the organizers, all you girls from Teresa. I think that you did a very, very good job. Thank you.
Thank you for your words. Thank you. Yeah, we are taking this to our hearts and to keep it up for some other events. But I think you're right that the dynamics is actually very important of the meeting, because if the participant starts to get bored, then it's very difficult to get them back. So yeah, I'm happy that you that was your impression. Paul, please.
I won't be adding anything new, honestly, because going for the dynamics what was just mentioned, one of the things that really impressed me, in fact, it was one of the words that I used, was energy. The energy that was quite tangible, particularly when you see the students telling about what they did. It wasn't just, just reporting, blah, 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 but they were quite enthusiastic that they're contributing something to whatever they were doing. That's one thing. Secondly, I think one of the things that I also want to extend to what Sandro mentioned earlier, the social dimension of our meeting and also of the results that are being collated. I think that one of the things that is making this energy, is fueling this energy, is the feeling that you are not alone doing such things. You are part of a very large group of people who are enthusiastic about what they're doing. They want to do something tangible, and being part of such a large network, which has faces. I don't know whether I'm being clear on this. It's not just a network, but you can actually interact with different people from different countries. It's something that I personally feel is building up a friendship, which is a proactive friendship, not just just for the sake of meeting, but it's actually contributing to getting more of this energy. And the third word that I used was hope, because listening to the disasters that we've just listened before our start of the meeting, everywhere is happening, something wrong is happening in the world, to actually having people working actively in translating, and this is also the social dimension that Sandro pointed out earlier, that we are translating scientific investigations into a language that can be easily understood by the general public, and hence leading to action. Okay, maybe I'm beginning to hope too much, but I think that what was visible by the students, and also in certain cases by their families, their respective families, is a promise for more of this engagement by citizens, which I think is something which is quite, I would say, unique to this particular network. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. So next we have Zoran, then Katerina, then Fyodor.
Well, my point is similar to what Paul just talked about. Something that really stuck with me was the creativity aspect of all the activities that the students did with their teachers. Not just the creativity at what they want to investigate, that too. Some of those really surprised me, and I just went, oh, well, yes, this can be done, and this should be replicated. But also how they prepared their presentations, how they made videos. What some of those were really shows in themselves, so that's another layer of engagement that these students have with the matter that we're pursuing. And the next step then is their engagement in the community. So actually learning and exploring and researching, then creating something from that, then presenting that to the community. That's really the path that keeps them engaged and makes them into the agents of change. That is the catchphrase that I really like, and really explains well what we're doing with Globe in all these countries. And the second thing that really stuck with me was yesterday's presentation of the technical advancement that we're going to have. So this technical renaissance of Globe is something that I really like. I am happy that Slovenia joined Globe in the time when that is going on. So I'll be looking forward to all the new things and how to use them in the field.
Thank you, Zoran. Katarina.
Thank you, Vara. I will start with something related to me, actually, because I would like to share with you that I don't have the opportunity to be part of this meeting on Wednesday due to some obligation in the ministry, but I have also a very good news for the professors in Macedonia. Namely, I received the equipment for the measurement, bulk measurement this day from embassy, and because of that, I have a lot of things to do with the equipment. And sorry, because I wasn't part of this day of the meeting. But I would like to underline that I'm impressed and proud because of the large number of participants of this event. And the excitement was felt by everyone in the meeting, especially the students who presented their very interesting and impressive project, and were happy that they have opportunity to present us their project, which I think it was excellent. Also, I would like to say that we have a lot of diversity of approach in this project and all other things between the country, but still we have some kind of connection between countries, and I expect that further we will continue with that, with the same enthusiasm to build our community, how to say. And on the end, I would like to thanks to Bara, Dana, Lenka, and everyone in the organization. It was very nice organization. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Katerina. Fyodor. And then Rafaela. Fyodor, we still cannot hear you if you are talking.
Sorry, I did not switch on my microphone. Thank you all for these brilliant meetings we had during last week and your participation in it. I agree with all previous people who said good words about these days we spent together. It was really something unusual. I don't remember so lot of enthusiasm in our student and in their teachers, and we have seen so lot of interesting presentations, and really we have spent great time during this week. I want ask you to imagine that really it is because of technology, this technology of connection in the internet. Let us imagine that COVID came to us not now, but 20 years ago, when globe was very young, and we would have not a possibility to communicate, because Zoom and other technology did not exist 20 years ago at all. So independently of these circumstances of COVID, we did it. We can congratulate one another that it happened in a very high level, and I want to suggest even when we will meet offline in future, we should have some camera inside the place where we will meet to show our meeting to everyone who will not have a possibility to be in the place where we will meet, and who will want to participate distantly with our next meetings somewhere. So it is something which we need to continue to use this technology to communicate. But independently of great success of this meeting during this last week, I insist that offline meeting are much better than online. So I insist that offline is better than online.
Okay, so Fyodor, thank you for this thoughts on how to perhaps organize next meetings. It seems that hybrid way is the way. As I could see some reactions popping up on the screen that there are some more people who would like to keep online even if offline is possible, to make it both the ways. And now Rafaela, then Anna and Juliet.
Thank you, Dana. I agree with everything that has been said before. I just want to add that it was very inspiring meetings. All the projects were lovely. I really liked a specific one project that was with the animation of Earth with the Play-Doh. I'm not sure, it was Croatia, I think. I think it's brought to the center other aspect of doing Globe, not just science, but also art. It was very, very unique. I really liked it. And the project that Lenka offered, I think it's brilliant that the trees will tell their stories. I'm sure going to do it in Israel for the next year. So it was very, very refreshing and something new. And thank you for all.
Thank you, Rafaela. Anna, please unmute yourself.
So I think nearly everything has been said. I also had an inspiring and interesting and wonderfully organized week, but I will be very courageous and tell you what I was missing. I have here a paper, and every minute I write down some ideas, and there is a hint, somebody said something interesting, and I want to meet him and I want to talk to her. And when we have live meetings, I go there, come here, for example, Rafaela, and we'll have a coffee, and I have an idea, and we'll talk to each other. And I miss that intensely, because that develops new ideas very quickly. And so I look very much forward to our live meeting. But I thank you a lot for this wonderful online meeting. My second point is I'm overwhelmed and very about the technical development. And I think it's a wonderful offer for the world. And this mixture of environmental education for everybody, this openness combined with great technical skill is wonderful. I'm again, and like I have been for more than 20 years, convinced of Globe. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And Juliet is the next.
Yes, I just wanted to inform that I was very convinced on the aspects of discussing to benefit the environment. This aspects of the Globe has helped to leading to action. I think we are on a very good way to enforce this level of students and even teachers. And I think we should discuss it more even in the next years, because it's a real challenge, I think, for everybody to be a scientist, but then to keep staying active to benefit the environment. And as I have seen, the topic of the next in IVSS symposia is going to demand to discuss the mitigation aspects of climate change. So we should just keep that in eye, that we have to keep it in the program to these aspects.
Yeah, okay. So anyone else wants to elaborate on the reflection that you wrote down on your piece of paper? Ramona? Yes.
I just want to extend my thanks and well done for the amazing organization and for giving the opportunity to students and teachers to talk about their investigations, because this motivates them and encourages them to work even harder, because all the work that they've been doing and working on throughout this scholastic year, they can share it with others and learn, get new ideas, and yes, it opened up new opportunities for collaborations. So thank you and well done for involving even them, because they really enjoy it and like it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And if someone does not feel like talking, you can always elaborate on your reflection to the chat as well, so for everybody to see that. And perhaps Rafaela, you want to add something?
Just one short comment. I just wanted to say that it was quite difficult with the deadline of submitting the students, because it was summer vacation in Israel and we had so much more project to show, but the teacher was so tired of the pandemic. So if you can for next year, just to extend it, or I'm not sure about the date, but it was quite difficult for us to send all our application on time.
Yeah, we are aware of that. Yeah, okay. Thank you. It was a feedback from more countries like this, and there was no other option this year, right? Because the meeting had the date as we had it, and we need some time to process everything and to select the presentations and all the input for the conference. So we cannot do it 1 week before the conference. So that was just because of the date, that the date was not the end of October, but the beginning of October. And that's why it was less time for the teachers. And you're right, the timing was not that convenient, but still you can see how many presentations we got, even from Israel and even from Malta, who were also not happy with the timing. I remember that. So let's, we will keep this in our minds, but yeah, it's not ideal every year. So, is there anyone who did not speak yet and wants to reflect on the meeting? Who wants to do it now? The last chance to say a few words of reflection or to highlight something that you have seen during the week. Okay, so you can, even if you get some idea later on, you can still raise it up. But let's now flip our minds a little bit, and let's, from reflection, let's focus on the future, on our plans that are actually that are sprouting perhaps from what we have seen, and from what we have in our minds now, what have accumulated there. So now we will have quite nice time to the, again, open sharing of your plans, what you plan to do, what was, what actually made you motivated, or what idea you get it, perhaps, okay, I can replicate this, or I should start with that. So based on what have you seen this week, what do you plan to do in coming weeks, month, or perhaps in the next year? Is there something that you really have in your mind that you want to start with, or you want to continue with? It doesn't need to be a freshly new idea. So if you can share, perhaps we can do it through the chat. If you can just share 1 or 2 things that you will do, or you will learn from perhaps someone to whom you want to connect, or something you want to start with, or something that you want to continue with. If you can share that in the chat. So now we are talking about the future, and you can just post this to the chat, and after that we can again talk about it more. So the chat is open. And it should be, again, something like specific that you plan to do in coming weeks or months or years.
Maybe I can start, Bara.
Perhaps, Ramona, if we can leave some more time, if someone
Okay.
wants to write to the chat, let's give
Okay.
some time to people who need to, you know, more time to write or to reflect. And then you can be the first one. So thank you for posting to the chat. You can just finish your post or message if you're still writing it. Okay, so we have a couple posts there, so you can also read it, or we can come back to those. And if there's someone who prefers to talk, to tell us about that. So Ramona, do you want to start?
No, I was just going to say that for this year, this morning, I've been at one of the schools in Gozo, where we are setting up, we chose the sites. We will be observing and working on air quality to measure nitrogen dioxide. We have two schools, one in Gozo and one in Malta, and we will be collaborating with Ireland. Then on Wednesday, we had the press conference during which we launched the Tree Challenge, Globe Tree Challenge. This is done in collaboration with the US Embassy here in Malta and Esplora. It is an interactive science center. It will be open not just to Globe schools, students and teachers, but also to informal educators and the general public. In fact, next week we will be holding an informative webinar during which Brian Campbell will explain how to use the Globe Observer app, the trees tool on the Globe Observer app. And this, again, will be similar to the Cloud Challenge. It's not just measuring tree height, but it will give the opportunity to participants to become active members of NASA citizen science community, and also link science and culture together. They can write stories and poems about trees, even do research about local trees, and present and make a short video. We are also planning two projects with Shroplaji Nature Park, and Miss Esther did a presentation. This year we will be focusing on soil, and we will be exposing students to soil, the young ones, even basic soil science, and also with the secondary students, we will focus on the Urban Heat Island campaign, where we will be collecting temperatures from different sites across Malta to pinpoint the urban heat islands across Malta and Gozo. of course, we will have the collaboration with Israel. We have a big project in the pipeline. Maybe I will let Rafaela to explain more about it. It is very exciting, this one. And also, Malta is collaborating with Croatia, where we will be involving kindergarten schools. Vesna explained about it. And again, with it winning this time with my students, we will be focusing on trees, but we will be introducing vertical walls in schools. It's not just in Malta, but also all the participating countries through twinning. I will give the training necessary to the participating schools on how to use the app to measure tree height and how we can bring change. And this fits with the theme of this year, engineering solutions to tackle climate change. So in our case, the school where I teach, everywhere is built up, no open spaces. So we are trying to introduce plants and trees indoors to make the environment a little bit nicer and healthier.
Okay.
I don't know if Paul would like to add something more.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, please.
Just three small comments about possible research ideas. I was really impressed by the work done on microplastics in groundwater that was shared during the meeting. It's something that completely I wasn't even thinking about it, but when it was raised, that is something quite interesting to look at, particularly for a country like ours, where our availability of water is very limited. Secondly, going on from a suggestion just made just before the start of our meetings by Athanasios, I've contacted a meteorologist in Malta who is conducting research on rainfall in different schools. And maybe we could start a sort of partnership with Cyprus and whoever is interested to compare the different, not just levels of rainfall, but also patterns of rainfall within particularly the Mediterranean, or whoever is interested, basically. And a pet issue that has been brewing in my mind for quite a long period of time, which was actually touched upon during the Trieste meeting, was work on alien species. The introduction, our waters around us in Malta are being inundated with a lot of alien species who are moving into the warmer Mediterranean now. And obviously this is having impacts on local species as well as also the fishing industry. So these are just some thoughts that we'll be looking at, hopefully come up with something tangible. Thank you. Incidentally, I have to leave the meeting because I have another meeting starting at 2 o'clock. So thanks a lot for your presence and your energy, and hope to meet you again soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for those new ideas of collaboration. So that we heard about some specific ideas. We heard also about the plants that Ramona was talking about. What caught my attention were the vertical gardens. That's something really new in Globe, I would say, or in our network. So that's again some new idea. And we have some more contributions in the chat. So we have some shout out to microplastics that people want to continue in that. Then we have some specific plans for events like trainings or the launch in Slovenia and so on. Yeah, I would need some time to read all that. But what I wanted to say that many of the plans, like about the events and campaigns and all that, they are also in that Padlet board that we were working with on Monday. So if you still didn't have time to read it, I am encouraging you to do so, because I think each of you spend some time on posting there. So it would be nice if we can really read that, what the others are doing. So that's nice. And can see that, yeah, Pulchra project is here also. Yeah, so anyone else wants to react or wants to highlight some idea which he or she wants to continue in based on this week's sessions? Rafaela, you want to talk? Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to change for a minute my virtual background. If you can see it, just 1 minute, and it will explain some of my idea. If you can see on my other project, I'm working for an NGO, Israeli NGO, it named Delphis. We are in charge of citizen science for dolphins in the Mediterranean, Israel. And so one of our joint project with Malta is going to deal with body waters, microplastic, and dolphins, and we are going to do it together for about 6 schools in Israel and 1 school from Malta, and it's going to be our next exciting project. We are going to deepen our existing project and to develop to a new one. So this is very exciting for us.
Wow. So another animal-related collaboration or project. Yeah. So I'm just, thank you, Rafaela. I'm just reminding the discussion that we had, and now I don't remember actually at what meeting we had that discussion. But we've been talking about, you know, if we can do projects and collaboration on something which is not part of GLOBE, right? And the conclusion was that, yes, sure, we can, because if we can connect it with GLOBE in any way, let's say, in this case, a water quality, right? Then why not? Because perhaps if we wrap it up as a project which is about dolphins or turtles or birds or anything else, which is like more perhaps attractive, more attractive than soil temperature, for example, then why not? It can be part of GLOBE if we connect it with something that is regularly done in GLOBE, with some GLOBE protocol or anything which is connected to the areas that we work in GLOBE. Yes. So let's have this on mind, and this is another example that how this can be developed. Thank you. So any other plan?
Bara, may I speak?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, for the future, for the very near future, next Monday, teacher training workshop GLOBE, 50 teachers focused on phenology, land cover, climate change, GLOBE Observer. And November, December, one refreshing webinar with the Eurasia experienced teachers and 2 webinars for new teachers about microplastic monitoring protocol and a possible collaboration for the next year with Asian and Pacific schools. Very probable the collaboration with Taiwan schools, where are beautiful teachers beautifully coordinated by a professor of university in Taiwan. And it is an extra-European collaboration that I think that could enlarge our perspective. In March, May, we will organize in collaboration with the Eurasia and European Region Coordination Office. That means you, if you agree about it, about a campaign, a monitoring campaign, international monitoring campaign about microplastics. And I hope that on Monday we'll start our collaboration with Slovenia, because Zoran, on a common investigation, on common rivers, on joint rivers based on globe protocols, microplastic, in general environmental, social, sorry for the mistakes, and economic aspects. That is something about concerning the rivers in town that we mentioned last year. And in March 22, the World Water Days, the international edition, but we hope partially in presence and partially online. In April 22, April 22, the International Earth Day in Friuli, Venezia Giulia, the same, partially in person and partially online. And in September, a workshop about microplastics monitoring protocol, if we are lucky, with your help, naturally. And if I forgot something, please, Lorella and Maria Pia, you are encouraged to add, because we have so many things that it's difficult to remember. Thank you.
Thank you. So now, yeah, Lorella.
Yes, another point, I think that after our course, teacher training that starts Monday, I think that a big number of schools can start with 3 campaigns, I suppose, because some schools write us, we are interested in these aims. And I suppose start with another campaign. Microplastic is the better campaign in our country, but international campaign new will be 3 campaign.
Thank you. Thank you, Lorella. Yeah, I think we've been missing Italian schools and Italian trees in the campaign, so now they will be there.
Yes, definitely. We look forward to them.
So I can see that we have also Anastasios posted the plans. Sirka, we have also Sirka with us from Finland. She also posted some plans to the chat. Monika from Slovakia, Katarina, Vendula from Czech Republic, Diana, Anna. So even people who did not speak, you can read about the plans in the chat. And Zoran, you want to say something? Yeah.
Yes, I won't even go into launching Globe in schools in Slovenia. I mentioned it before and put it in the chat. Something I wanted to mention additionally, though, was that I've just received word from our national agency for Erasmus Plus that we can already this year change our contract and include new schools in our consortium for international mobilities. So we will probably be able to include some Globe schools into that consortium, and that will give us the finance to organize job shadowing international mobilities. So I saw Diana's thumbs up. So we've already talked about this with the Croatian schools. And after we do this practice, I would love to report on how it went. And maybe we could do more of this in other countries later on, or even someday host someone. So that's something that we're also excited about in the next year.
Perfect. Yeah. That's really nice to hear, and we are looking forward to hear your report afterwards. Good. So I just want to say that we have the recordings, right, from the whole week, and we have the notes from the breakout rooms and all that. So if you ever want to go back to any topics that was discussed, you will be able to do that. We will share all this with you. Although I know it will be a lot of material, so I don't expect everybody to really look at the whole meeting once again. That would not be perhaps that nice to do. But at least some of the notes are from the breakout rooms. It might be nice to read that because you were not able to visit all of them. And we prepared, just to like summarize that, we prepared one kind of board where I summarized the topics that we heard this week, either in breakout rooms or in different sessions. And I can,
yeah.
Then I will post.
I put it to the chat. Yeah.
If you want to just see it, it's there is a link to the Google Doc. I just thought that perhaps it would be better if you can open it. It's better than sharing the screen, but yeah. But if someone has trouble to access it, like you are on the phone or something that does not allow you to open that nicely, then we can share the screen if you want. Just tell us. And this is just to check if we did not really forget about in our discussion now about something which was part of the meeting and perhaps which you wanted to come back to. So you can just have a look on that, and if someone wants to comment more, please feel free to do that. I mean, now by talking. And if the same thing, I mean, that Anna was mentioning, that if we have face-to-face meeting, we are able to connect with the person immediately, right? To go for coffee or just to talk in the corridors or during the dinner time. And so if you have a feeling that you want to talk to someone, like you see some interesting presentation or someone just, you want to start collaboration, just let us know. And I think most of the people who were presenting, who were sharing their results, who were the guest speakers, they are really open for collaboration, or the scientists who were commenting the project. So if you want to, ask them for some favor or to start some collaboration, you can always either contact them directly if you already have the contact, or tell us that you want to get connected. So. Okay, so the board is here just as a summary to that session, and let's I think we can just go to the next part of the program. If there are no other comments, no other plans. Yeah, one more thing. If you have dates for your events, right? We already know about some of the dates, like the trainings and big events. But if you have any other dates of the events, please share those with us. It's nice to know what is happening where, and if then you think that you want something from us, like some, welcome, or you need some support to send something, for example, it's good that we know that in advance, because it can be organized in a much better way if we know that in advance. Like, for example, several months in advance, not just like 2 weeks before. There is an idea also from Katarina in the chat to connect the capitals of the region, work on the urban bundle protocol.
Awesome. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great idea.
Good. So thank you all for your plans, for your enthusiasm. And yeah, I give word to Dana. And she will open yet another topic.
Thank you, Bara. Thank you all for sharing your plans. I was at the chat, and it's really long list of various ideas and plans from different countries. So thank you for this. And so now we have some time. We'd like to let you know what we are planning. And I'd like to start with the capacity building projects. We opened this topic at a Zoom meeting in September with all of you who were participated there, and then also Bara sent you email with link to the Google document where you can put your ideas for projects. So I will share my screen and open the document. Where is it now?
Lorela, you wanted to say something, or it was a mistake? No, okay.
Yeah, capacity building project here. So I'm not sure if all of you were, or I'm at the last Zoom meeting in September. So let me only summarize a little bit about the capacity building projects, where it comes from. So there are some funds available because due to COVID, we were not able, as regional coordination offices, we were not able to spend the funds on the activities that were planned, like support you as country coordinators to meet the in-person regional meeting, or to support working groups, to travel to the annual meeting, and so on. So that's the situation. And what is a good information about this, that these unspent funds may be redirected for capacity building projects in the regions. And the period when we can start to realize these projects are in March next year, 15 March, in the middle of March, until December 2023. So we have 1.5 years or maybe more for these projects to realize. But we have to apply for this. We have to prepare a proposal, and it's a quite short time. We have to do it till October 15, so not so much time for this. And so let's see what we put or we discuss at last Zoom meeting, and maybe some more ideas appear there, and I will comment how we will work with it. So the first idea is to support more people, 2 people from each country to participate at the regional meeting. It could help to be more a wider Globe family and to participate in this meeting and training that is usually also the part of the meeting. We feel that it's important, so we will definitely would like to put it to the proposal. It's for the next meeting, regional, and the next one in the year after that. Then training for trainers. Hopefully it will be possible to meet in person next year in Omish, and we plan to organize there also training for trainers. It could be helpful for countries. And new thing is mentor trainers. And we are thinking about meeting of mentor trainers, such as today's meeting, to exchange how we are working with Globe and so on. So it's ideas from regional office. And then there is a nice idea from Laura from Estonia. She plans Globe regional learning expedition next year. And she wants to invite participants from abroad. That is really nice. Thank you for this. So we'd like to put to the proposal some money to support the participation from abroad to come there. And we will discuss with Laura in details later on. This is only some basic information. And then from Italy, the microplastic topic is quite popular now. You hear that more and more schools would like to participate. So we are thinking about some workshop in person or meeting of teachers where we can share results next year. And also there was an idea to invite scientists from NASA like Brian or Peter Falcon. They were connected to our meeting during all days. So we'd like to link it to the events that are planned like GRE or regional meeting, not to do some special action, but to put it there. Then phenology campaign, also very popular. So we are thinking about some meeting of teachers or training or something to prepare like calendar. It was some years ago where we worked with calendar from photos from students. So it's also idea to put in. And then idea to work more with coordinators and to do mentoring, visit of Globe countries. It could be also connected to some events or trainings. So we want to put it there. And another idea, there is an idea, I think, from Malta, support schools by funding instruments, these infrared thermometers for the and connected to campaign. So Ramona, it's a really nice idea. We were talking about it, and because we usually send some basic instruments to countries that start with the Globe to their first training, as we did with Slovenia now, or for countries that restart. We also did it with North Macedonia and so on. But for countries that continue in Globe, so it's quite difficult how to do this. And so we don't think that we will put this to the proposal. And also I think these instruments are now used quite common at schools because of COVID to measure the temperature. So I think it's possible to find another ways how to get them to schools, how to give them to schools. So then here is a such an idea, nice idea from Zoran from Slovenia. Yeah, he said that he was excited about the technical session yesterday, and his proposal is to create an app on Quest. So we were again thinking about app, and we decided to focus on the Globe Observer app that exists and to share this information that people can work with this app and to use it as attract people, to bring people to Globe with this Globe Observer app, and probably not want to put this to the proposal. And then there is a last idea, support active Globe teachers. It would be motivate more teachers in future. We are not sure who put this there, and we don't understand well what is the idea of this, or what is behind this. So if you are here who put this message, please can you explain it more? No reaction. I can't see now.
I say some?
Yeah. Katerina, yeah.
I'm not putting this idea.
Yeah.
But in my country, that will be very good, because always when is some meeting or other event in other European country, most of the teachers are interested to go or in the Globe Games, etc. But always the financial support is a big problem, and for me and for my country, it will be very valuable if few teachers, one or two, will have the support to be part of these events, because always they need to pay from their own pocket, and maybe that is the idea, but I'm not putting this. I don't know what the idea behind this, but in my country, that is the problem. Thank you.
Yeah, I understand. I think it's a problem also in other countries, and it's usually helpful when we receive some support. And I think we put it here, for example, this GLE, because there will be invited people from abroad, so there will be some money to support participation of the people from abroad. So maybe there is and also another meetings that there are, I think we put it to different training and meetings there. It's here, I think. So maybe I can stop sharing now and to see you well, and ask you if you have any comments to this, or I didn't follow the chat now. If there is anything in the chat. But you can unmute and speak if you want, somebody.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about the app, it's not a problem at all. We already have a Slovenian app that's similar to what I was proposing, and we'll play a bit with how to do the missions that can illustrate how to use Globe, and we'll send you an example someday of how we do it with our teachers in the field, so that you'll have a better picture how this looks. And we'll probably just work on it a bit and then try for funding through Erasmus or something if it proves to be something that's really useful.
Yeah, I understand, and thank you. But we really want to focus on this Globe Observer now. Yesterday we saw that there are many options, and so we can use it. And
yeah, of course, that it was not even meant to be as a complement or alternative to that. It was just like, you have Grow app for the phonology campaign that you use. So it's something that will just be playing with later on. So it's not a problem at all.
So any other comments? So we will.
There's just a poll going on in the chat. Who wants to come to Estonia?
Yeah, there is who wants to come to Estonia, and I think Christian is asked, where is this document available? Yeah, we sent you the link a month ago, and you can put your ideas there. So you have it in your email.
But I think we should say that now we are not looking for new ideas now, because there was time to do that, and now we need some time to process these ideas and to prepare the proposal, the proposal out of that.
Because we have 1 week to do this. The deadline is October 15. So I think it's a nice collection of ideas, and we can put it to the proposal, and let's see. Hopefully it will be, because most of them is for organizing something in person. So hopefully it will be possible, and we can do this, and we can support the meeting of people in person and working together, and it can start a collaboration. It can help to increase the also cooperation among trainers, or to exchange how they work, or to cooperate on some training. So I think that it can work very well. So if there are any other comments, we can
just want to say that we will keep you posted on how it goes, and how if we got the green lights for those ideas, or only for some of them, and also if it all can fit to the budget that is left, right? So that is also not sure. So we will see that.
We will see that if it fits to the budget, because it's not so. We don't know yet. So let's move to our next things and plans, what we are preparing. So I can again share my screen. I can share it. And so I yesterday at the end of the meeting, we introduced, especially also for teachers, what we are preparing and what they can participate in. We don't want to repeat it today. It's not necessary, I think. And who were not able to be there yesterday, we will share this presentation with you so you can look at it. But we want to point out for some information, especially for country coordinators or coordinators. So the phenology campaign is on now, and thank you for your support of teachers that are participating in this campaign. And Lenka prepared a special folder for you coordinators, where you can find the schools that are participating, and you can see all the materials and everything that is prepared for them. So please have a look there and find the schools, and you can call them, write them. You saw that many of them during the 3 days they presented something from phenology. So I am sure that it's also because of your support. So you can go there, but I'm not sure if it will work for me now.
I can post a link to the chat, but if you want to share that, you can.
Yeah, sorry, I can do it in another way. Still, yeah, it's here probably. So you can see there the folder with all the activities. There is also collaboration groups. We have 90 schools want to collaborate, so it's a fantastic number. And here is the list of all schools that are registered. So you can go there and see what's helpful for you.
I will just very quick step in just to let you know that the collaboration groups, it's really new. It's fresh there from today. So I haven't sent it to you yet, but you can find it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, I am back in my presentation. So then we also plan to reprint these color guides, because it's we send them a lot to countries, and now we have only several pieces of them. So we do the reprint, and it will be available again for the next year. And yeah, and here there are some dates. So you know that it was quite useful last year to meet once in 2 months, and we'd like to continue in this. We usually take some topic for discussion. So we have a date for our next meeting. It's in November 11. Hopefully you are available, or most of you are available. And the next one will be in January. We will select the date. It's too far now. Then country reports. We will ask you, we will send you template and ask you again to prepare a country report. Also, please send us the country report up till November 11. It's the same date as our Zoom meeting. This report is very important. We also upload it to your web pages at the website, and so each person who is interested in GLOBE in your country can go there and look about the country report, and so it's very useful. Also, Lynn Wigfels, she's with us today. Hello, Lynn. She works with it when she works with the US Embassy. So really, please do it. And it's not only administration, but it's also used during the year.
Thank you, Donna. Hi, everybody.
Do you want to add something to this, or it's enough?
No, I think that's good. It is important to have that information, and it's you know, something that our sponsors like to hear about as well. They are very excited to hear about the great things you're doing and your plans, and gives them a good sense of how the program is being implemented. So those are very important, and we really appreciate your getting them to us. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So thank you. Then only reminder that the working group's nomination, the deadline is October 20, and still there are positions. We have positions in evaluation working group open and in science working group. And in evaluation, there are 2 positions. One is especially for our region, and one is called at large. So it's for anybody from also another region. Yeah, and here is my last thing that I'd like to highlight, and we'd like to discuss with you, and it's a Facebook group for coordinators. We'd like to set up Facebook for closed group of coordinators only for you, so that you can use it to discuss ideas, what you are planning. Like now we are chatting here at the Zoom, so this could be the space where the ideas can be discussed and appeared also, yeah, some new things. Especially this idea came at the board meeting when we spoke about something that we can do more to link people together to support their cooperation. And so we think that it's more flexible than communications through emails. Also, you can, yeah, more people can be invited there, and it's, I think, faster. So it's our idea. It's a voluntary. We know that not all of you want to work with Facebook or are not friends of Facebook, but maybe it could be interesting for some of you, and we are interested in what's your opinion now. If I should share my screen to see you. So what is your opinion? What do you think about it? If it is a good idea to try it, or so what do you think? Also, maybe to add that all the information we will send it by email as usually to all country coordinators. This is something extra that can work to support the communication among you as country coordinators. So, Rafaela, you want to speak?
No, I don't. I just think it's a good idea because it's very immediate communication, and we publish on Facebook the Globe Israeli activities, and I'm inspired by Globe Malta's activities on Facebook. So I think it's very immediate connection also to teachers and to schools and to students, so we can spread up our initiatives. For me, it seems like one more channel to be connected with. It's not instead of emails or other channels, but if you add it, I think it's
it's not instead, it's added to the normal communications through email. So
I think it's a good idea.
Any other comments?
Or perhaps if you have like experience from your let's say work or networks, if you are using the Facebook or perhaps any other similar thing for a closed group, this should not be, we don't want to open the public Facebook page, right? Because we know that who wants that, you have it in your countries already for your country audience. So we will not do some European Globe Facebook. We wanted to do really like a closed group where the membership will be only for people who are invited, which means your group, not everybody. Teachers will not be there.
It's not for teachers, it's for coordinators only. So this group as we are here today.
Yeah, so it was mainly for the purpose of the faster exchange of ideas or inspiration or what we do, what we plan, so that the communication is not only like you send email to us and we send email to all the coordinators, and then it gets lost. So that's just that was the idea behind that it should not serve for promotion of Globe. It should not serve for communicating Globe to other audiences. It should be more like a working space for our group. Perhaps there are better platforms where to do this. Just that we know that for some other project that we have here in Czech Republic, the closed Facebook groups are used to exchange the good practice, and it works somehow. Although not everybody is joining it for obvious reasons, so it's not something compulsory. So first thing is the idea. Second thing is if we should try it, we should do it. Because if we do it and only like 3 people are there exchanging ideas, then it doesn't make sense, right? And we can always close it and that's it. Just that this was something that came up from the community, so we are bringing it up here in your group.
It came from the board. Ramona, you want to add something?
Yes. Because Zora mentioned that eTwinning is a good tool. In fact, with the partners from the eTwinning project, this is what we do. We create a Facebook group because communication is faster, because even from your mobile phone, you can access it. So yes, I agree with it, and it works because even for the e-twinning projects, we do have a closed group for us teachers to share ideas, even to share photos, and you can reach the teachers quite quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. We already do it. It's not just only for Globe, for the Globe program. We do it also for other projects.
It could be a problem, though, now I think about it, for some countries in the Eurasia region, because you need to have your account confirmed by the national agency in your country. So it might be problematic. I don't know the specifics of how many countries e-twinning reaches, but it might be all of the ones that we have in our.
No, I wasn't referring to for e-twinning to have all countries on e-twinning. I was just saying that even with the project I have for e-twinning, we created a group on Facebook for us teachers, just to show that this way of proposing the idea, we already do it for other projects. So it can be done also for Globe. It's as Dana and Vara proposed, to have just the country coordinators.
But I can tell you, I just yesterday had a look at the Eurasian countries being with e-twinning. Kyrgyzstan, for example, is a partner. You can do it easily, yeah. And there are lots of countries associated with e-twinning and with the European Union. It's not. It's only few countries are not with e-twinning. Very few.
So there is a comment from Vendula also that in Czech Republic they start the communication for closed group with teachers now, and you can't in Switzerland. No.
No, we have tested it because we like it very much, but it's not possible.
Not possible to use Facebook.
No, we have tried in many ways. No.
But you are associated with the European Union?
No.
Switzerland? No?
No, no.
Not like Ghana or Kyrgyzstan?
No, no.
Yeah. Oh, how queer.
No, we are not.
Just to make it clear, I think we are mixing up two things here now. Some people are talking about e-twinning and some people are talking about Facebook group. So let's not mix it up.
Yeah, I think so.
If there are some more comments to the e-twinning, please raise them now. Yeah. Sorry to hear about Switzerland cannot, but
also Israel is not part of the e-twinning.
Yeah, but you can be part of Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
Yes.
No problem. Yes.
Okay, so I am now a little bit out because I opened the idea of Facebook, and so e-twinning is something that we can also use for some projects, but I think that Facebook is available for all people, or there are some rules or instructions that some people can't use it, or I hope. If it is not, please let me know. Okay. So if I see that there are some people that maybe use Facebook or they would like to try it, so we can try to set up a group and let's see, because if we don't start, we will not know if it works or not. So we will start, and after some months we can meet again and see what happened.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you are here now and you have some doubts about it, or you are just thinking in your mind, oh no, I don't want to be part of that, just say it, please. We are not like, as Zoran said, I'm not in Facebook and I don't want to be, so it's okay. You just say it, because you will save us some work, right? If half of the people who are here say, no, we will not we don't want to be part of that, we don't want to follow that, we don't want to contribute to that, then it's no point to even start it. So please don't be shy. You just say it. It's not something like embarrassing to say, I don't want to do it through Facebook. It's okay. That's why we are asking. You can contact us later on if you don't want to say it here and now. So
yeah, there is a interesting message from Anastasius to continue with WhatsApp group. So we set up it only for this week. And so we want to be more connected, but I thought that there will be more communication during the days and some exchanges of ideas and so on, and nothing happened. So I'm not sure if it is the tool that will help us for communication, but yeah.
I think it's not that much about the tool, Donna. It's about the topics that we start and the challenges we have. You know, during this regional meeting, there was just nothing really drawing us to WhatsApp. And the same might happen to Facebook if we implement that, you know. So it's basically just what we start somewhere and how it goes from there. The original meeting was very full of everything in Zoom. So we did everything through this platform. So there was no need for another. That's probably the reason.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Oh, there is from Lorela, there is a feedback that they use WhatsApp for project with teachers to communicate.
With the teacher, with mail or Facebook, but not Twitter. I don't remember. Telegram for the message for teachers on schools maybe. But mail. Sorry, the mail.
No.
Always the mail.
Yeah. So for communication with you, we will continue to use email and to send all information by email. But we want to open another platform where you can communicate. It's not led by us, but the ideas come from you. And we only want to open the space where it can be realized. So that was our idea, or not our, but idea from the board to try the Facebook, because it's quite used in some countries and it works for some. It's a closed group, so that's why we come with it. But if more of you think that you will not use it, we will not try it. Or
maybe
if we can find another platform
in the future,
that's okay. Yeah. Okay. So
you know about it, and you can let us know.
Let us know.
And let's see.
Yeah, let's see. And that is it's important to discuss in advance. Juliet?
Just shortly, we have a Facebook account here in Switzerland, but it takes quite a lot of time to manage it, to put some content in it and to start discussions. It doesn't work by itself. There must be somebody behind, and I think you should consider that it is a part of a new job.
Yeah. We are aware of this, but but don't want to be the leaders who bring the ideas there. We want to give the space to you to come with the ideas. So thank you. Good discussion. Thank you for your feedback, and we will work with it. Maybe we can find another way how to communicate fast and exchange ideas. So Bara,
I have just one more thing that we promised yesterday to raise up or to perhaps answer, which was what Fyodor brought up during the technology session about country coordinators' responsibility to approve new organizations that will be joining GLOBE in the country. So I don't know if there are still any doubts around that, or if you have any challenges in that perhaps you have some even teachers or individuals or organizations that are like signing up with GLOBE in your country and you don't know what to tell them, or you don't want more to have on your list. You are happy with the schools that you have. So if you have any experience like this, you can always come back to us, or you can even tell us now. Because as yesterday was mentioned, it's always like your decision who will be doing GLOBE in your country, because it depends on your resources and on your plans. So that's the universal answer, I think.
Thank you, Bara. I want to clear my position that I am not against this new name of GLOBE educator or something like this. I only my questions yesterday were connected with the responsibilities of people. Before I know that I approve the wish of the school to be a GLOBE school, if the director of the school asked me about it, and I understood that my responsibility is now on the director's position. He suggested me, and he is responsible for the school, that everything in the school will be okay, and nobody will send some stupid things instead of good data to GLOBE and something like this. So now if some educator asked me to approve his wish to be GLOBE educator, so I have not someone between me and educator, a sort of director of school. So now I should know this educator face in face, or whom I will ask about this educator, if maybe he want to use this name of GLOBE educator for their for his or her own goals, to have an additional line in his CV or something like this. I don't know. That's why I asked about the distribution of responsibilities only. And let's see how it will work.
But this, I believe that I understand what you're saying, and I believe that it will not be GLOBE educator as an individual. It will be always GLOBE educator, which is part of some organization. So you can actually continue the business as usual. You can first be in contact with that person and ask him who, if this is something that the director knows about, and that you will talk to some supervisor or director, and then you will make that agreement that they are part of GLOBE, and it can be done the same way, I think.
Okay, I think we should see how it will happen, and maybe my doubts are not so serious one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anna, you want to?
I have one more question to the idea and the remark of Fyodor yesterday, because I understood the question how to connect in a formal way with an organization which is not GLOBE but wants to cooperate with GLOBE. We have lots of them and we simply cooperate. But we had several times the situation that we had an agreement of cooperation offered by the organization, for example, NABU. I often thought what to do with GLOBE. We don't have a template or something to offer cooperation because, for example, with our cooperation with NABU, there is 1 or 2 people who make GLOBE trainings, and they take we discuss the protocols and cooperate with their protocols and with ours, but there's not one formal help. We only do, yeah. And perhaps we should develop this situation because there are in other countries, there are other organizations, and we should have some template, something, a base for cooperation.
Yes, but on the other hand, formally, right, the cooperation is always done between 2 organizations, which means your organization and the other one, because there is no such a thing like some GLOBE, right? The GLOBE in a country doesn't have like it's not an entity, right? It's a not network, and the network is hosted by an organization. Like in Czech Republic, it's Teresa. And if we want to collaborate, for example, with the university, as a part of GLOBE, then Teresa needs to make the agreement with the university. It's not GLOBE in Czech Republic. So I think it always goes, and it always depends what type of organization it is, right? If so, you can create your own for your organization.
We do everything as GLOBE Deutschland because we're an association, we are an organization. But perhaps I would like to have some help or some hint what GLOBE in the way GLOBE likes us to work, yeah? Because from GLOBE it's all open, we do, yeah? It's simply treaty by doing, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
So any last questions or comments, because we are really close to the end?
We said no to some organization because they want to make money with the protocols and so on. And we don't want they mixed business with education. I'm sorry, I am an integralist in this way.
That depends. If it's an NGO, they don't want to make money. They want their concepts.
Of course, no, but our the organization that asked to us to use GLOBE, they want to make money with the protocols and our initiatives. So it's not our way. I'm sorry, but it's not our way.
No, that's different, sure.
We are in Italy, but we are Calvinist in this way. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Sandra, for the comment. So I think the last question or comment, if you have any.
I have a proposal. I think it could be very useful for all of us, and I put it in the chat.
You put it in the chat, yeah. Oh.
Okay, this is the capacity building project, right?
Capacity building
Thank
project.
you, Sandra.
We can put it to the proposal.
It's capacity building.
Okay, so thank you so much.
I don't want to see that happening.
We're waiting for an answer.
So
can I say something, Donna?
Yes, Lynn, please.
Yeah, I just want to say how wonderful it's been to be with all of you this week and to see this amazing set of presentations and videos and what the schools are doing. And I just want to say that it doesn't just, it happens because of what you all do. It's your efforts, it's your support, it's your creative ideas that create the environment for these schools and teachers and students to do what they do. So we thank you so much for everything that you do. and looking forward, all the activities that you're talking about, just ideas generating today. It's very exciting. We look forward to seeing that, and fingers crossed that we will see you next year in Croatia. So
yeah. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you. And thank you for being with us for all days, because it's not so easy. Also, thank to Tony that he was with us. And I know that next week there is a regional meeting in another region in North America. So really busy period of the year, especially for you. And so thank you. We very appreciate your comments and that you are with us and you can work later on with all things that we discussed, and you know what's our plans and what's the situation in the countries.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I've enjoyed every single minute. So thank you.
So thank you. Yeah, and I'd like follow Lynn and thank you for your really active participation. As I yesterday mentioned, I feel the energy that is coming from all of you during the 4 or 5 days. And I think that's, you say that the meeting was dynamic, and yeah, it was, but it's because of your active participation, and also it's because you support your teachers and students during all the year, and then they are so active during such a meeting. So thank you, and big applause, especially for you coordinators, to be such a great persons in your countries.
Nice for you.
And so, Lenka, if you want to add some thing to the end, or yeah, you have.
That's all.
That's all. Okay.
Let's just celebrate what we have through Globe, and let's just be aware of that every day. That's all.
Okay. And really, we look forward to be in contact with you during next days and meet in a month at Zoom again. And with the board, we will decide the date when we will meet once a month. So it's our next steps. Yeah, Lenka, you are unmuted. You also want to add something?
I think you said it so beautifully, so I will just underline and especially what Bara wrote in the chat.
Yes, and maybe I can give the floor for the last sentences to Diana and Sania, because we hope that they will be our hosts next year in Omiš, Croatia. So it's your floor, the last one.
With fresh food.
And fresh participants.
Yes, it will be fresh. It will be fresh. We hope see you all in Omiš, Croatia next year.
And we will fight COVID as much as we can. So you will come to the safe place.
So thank you so much, and we believe that it will be happen.
Yes.
So thank you, and enjoy the rest of the day.